the BBC from way across the pond.
I've never been across the pond. Have you ever been across the pond? Have you ever even started?
By my house. There's a pond by my house. Does that count? No, I've actually been to Mexico, and I've been to the Canadian place.
Canadian place?
Yeah, what do you guys are?
What? Oh, shoot, what is this? What is this capture thing?
What is that?
I don't know. I'm going to keep clicking on it. There it goes.
I was like, what the hell was it? It looked like some kind of like Pittsburgh Pirates thing.
You know what I don't understand? The saying where it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of an ocean. A motion of the ocean.
Yeah, do you remember the movie Perfect Storm?
But it's hard to
that
get...
didn't turn out so good.
Yeah, it's hard to get to London in a rowboat.
Right. Or swimming is a bitch, too.
Swimming is a bitch. I've read about that. But we're live, so... Welcome to the Almost Legal Podcast. We're live. This is episode number 71 on this wonderful September 5th of 2018.
You had one episode.
We're going to keep bringing that up because I just showed him that for the first time. If you're not familiar, it's the movie trailer guy, The Little Tortilla Boy by Pablo Francisco. If you... What?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's Chris here too, by the way.
Hey.
How are you? A lot's going on. We didn't really cover much last week because of the draft, but this week we got the Colin Kaepernick deal. We got creepy Bill Clinton back at it again.
Creepy Bill.
Creepy Bill. Urethra Franklin.
Urethra.
Your Aretha. Is it Aretha? I used to when I was little.
It's Aretha.
Yeah, when I was little, I legitimately called her Urethra Franklin.
Right.
And didn't know. I didn't mean to.
It's like we were listening to the song the other day when we were out there working. And I said this reminds me of I thought when it originally came out, I thought it said potted meat.
Which one?
Pardon me.
Pardon me. Oh, by Incubus.
Yeah, I thought it was potted meat.
No, I couldn't say sausage either. I said Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
I couldn't say it.
And now that's a big hairy thing they're looking for all the time.
Sasquatch.
Oh, right.
Me and Jake are legitimately.
Are you looking?
Our dream is to start a business that solely tracks Bigfoot and the Chupacabra.
So how are you planning on doing that? Are you selling little tacos?
I don't know. However millennials think how they're going to make it in the world. I don't know. If you go based off movies, people do that all the time. Apparently, money's not a thing in movies.
Yeah, isn't that the weirdest thing, though? Because nobody's ever, struggling.
Right. You see him, in New York having this, badass condo, and they're, a barista.
Well, what gets me is, it's like those shows. My favorite thing is, when you're watching, the Caribbean Life, and these people are down there, and they're looking at this. This house sells for $8.4 million, okay? They sell for $8.4 million, and they go, and this man... He bags Doritos for a living, and she paints toenails.
Oh, you're talking about the bargaining one?
Yeah.
Dog, here's our budget. We want on the beach.
Right.
I sell candles.
Right.
That I make.
We want 600,000 square feet.
Our budget's $130,000. What can you do?
And a $6.2 million yacht to go with.
Question: do y'all have a passport?
Right. No, but she's like, yeah. Well,
are y'all against living in the Czech Republic?
I make pottery. It's like why I'm out there killing it every day. And
must be beachfront.
Right.
That's ridiculous. I hate those shows.
I know.
And you can obviously see the relationships where the woman wears the pants. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The guy's just like,
he's like, I love this house. She's like, I don't like it at all.
Okay, yeah,
the colors, the taupe doesn't work.
I hate it too, babe. I hate it
right.
too.
And he's like, yeah, I see what you're saying. The taupe's a terrible color.
What's taupe?
I think it's like a beige.
Beige. The most boring color on this planet.
Well, that was in the back of the day. Everybody had it was either taupe or mauve.
All right, let's go. Let's get into this Nike thing that everyone is going ape shit about.
Just do it or don't.
You got believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. What has he sacrificed?
So first of all, everybody, raise your hand if you burned all your Nike shit today.
Not me. I think I was wearing Nike up to this 4 minutes before we recorded. So. That's stupid. Why would you burn the stuff you already bought?
That just doesn't make any sense. But first of all, people need to understand, let's define the word boycott. That doesn't mean trash your own shit.
Well, explain what we're talking about in case because some people might be living under a rock with cell service.
You may have been under a rock for a long time.
Yeah, you never know.
Because it's over this kneeling thing, okay, and everybody knows that
What kneeling thing?
What?
I'm just kidding.
He's like, what are you talking about?
I just got out of my rock, sorry.
Anyway, welcome back, Josh. So anyway, supposedly there's a new 30-year anniversary ad that's supposed to be coming out for Nike. They signed on Colin Kaepernick to do it. Now, from my understanding, there's 2 other people. Who's the other 2 in the commercial? Serena's in it. Somebody else is
LeBron?
in it. Is it LeBron?
I think it's LeBron.
Well, no wonder he came out and spoke out so heavily in favor of Colin now, because it's the ad he's in.
Yeah, he's like, you can't be hurting my ad revenue.
Now it all makes sense. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things to me, and it's kind of like, to me, it reminds me, it's just another step of the Yeti cooler deal. And everybody's burning up, they're throwing out their coolers and all, and Yeti decided.
Where was I when this was happening?
The Yeti deal? For Yeti coolers? That's an incredible impersonation of a dog, Josh.
My dogs are barking.
Well done.
No, but I don't know. I think it's stupid. Like, I don't care that he's
care
doing
less
it.
who's
Let
on
him
it.
do it. Whatever.
If they feel good on my feet and I can run like the wind
I
in
don't
them,
give a shit. So, no matter what brand it is, some 9-year-old Haitian kid made it, with slave labor.
I have to
And
say,
we're worried about Colin Kaepernick being the face of it. Okay, let's get our priorities straight here, gentlemen.
yeah, they're like the slave labor is being paid like 20 cents a day.
But Kaepernick is the face of it.
Right,
God,
right.
that's the one thing. You crossed the line
done
with
with it.
Kaepernick. Oh, God, because he kneeled during the national anthem.
There was a hilarious video today about this whole situation. There's a guy out there talking about the fact that he says, all you cats that are burning them are out there burning monarchs.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's like, you people aren't the people that are making the money for Nike anyway. If you're buying your Nikes at Marshalls and pay less, right?
No, if you're burning your freaking brand new LeBrons or KDs or your Air
That's what he said.
Maxes, $200 a pair.
It's different.
It's different, and you already paid them. So what's it matter?
Well,
Why are you burning it? They already got their check.
That's a dumb thing. They don't care because eventually you're going to need more shoes if you're out there burning all of them. So,
right?
I mean, I don't know. It's just interesting. I think there's a couple interesting things.
I did not think this through. I don't have anything to wear tomorrow.
Damn, I'm barefoot. It's like, crap, now I got to go run tomorrow and I got no shoes. So so I'm curious to know, like tomorrow, I want to know, like I want to see like photos and videos from all the gyms where everybody's playing basketball.
Yeah,
they're
all be wearing
are
Under Armour.
shoeless.
What if every shoe company did the same exact ad with Colin Kaepernick?
So then nobody's wearing shoes anymore. We're in a barefoot society. Okay. But it's kind of funny.
Everyone but freaking Skechers.
Let's be honest, okay? Who doesn't have something Nike in their closet?
I have a lot in my closet.
That's what I'm saying.
More than Nikes.
No, I'm just saying.
You know why? Because I was cleaning out my closet. Sorry. M&M beef.
I'll be curious though, and I took a little snapshot. Everybody's talking about, it's not going to affect them all. Well, the first day the announcement came out, there actually was a pretty significant drop in the market.
It's Nike.
But, and this is the other thing people don't realize, Nike's one of those companies where it's based on the economy. Okay, if the economy's booming, which is kind of what's happening now, okay, then it could rise. Like the Nike stock was at an all-time high, it was a couple years back, like $152, and then now it's like at 90 something. But they've been as low as 50. Okay, that has to be based on the economy because back then Colin wasn't kneeling.
Well, the way it works, even if this, they obviously knew they were going to step on some toes. So even if this is a crash and burn, all they have to do is release some limited release thing, and boom, they make their profit back.
But
you know what I mean? Like a retro relaunch of some
Air Jordans.
But aren't they separate?
Are they?
I think
they may be.
I think they still get a cut, but I don't know how.
But any way you look at it, the guy's either a total idiot or a marketing genius.
It's a marketing. It's LeVar Ball. And where the hell are they?
What happened to them? Right?
Okay. I just thought about it. Their shoe company crashed.
That's where Colin should be doing is
baller brand.
Right. But I don't know. I guess to me it's one of those things like even it's that old adage where it says any press is good press, including bad press. So nothing else, everybody in the freaking world is talking about Nike. Whether you're buying it, burning it, running in it, jumping in it,
that's the
matter.
point I was trying to make. Colin, you can say what you want about Colin Kaepernick when it says believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. What has he sacrificed?
Right.
He was a backup when he decided to be a little bitch and sit down. And then they were like, hey, why were you sitting down? He said, hey, I might have something to do with this. I'm gonna say it's for this reason.
Well, I think that was it. I think that he saw an opportunity and jumped on the bandwagon. He didn't start it.
They're so defensive about it. People, not by black or white, but I'm saying people who are defending him.
Yes.
that they can't see it. They're like, no, this is exactly what he was doing. And I was like, yeah, but if you look at it, it kind of looks.
It's called opportunistic.
Yeah, he didn't. For one, he never said a damn thing until someone approached him.
Right. And somebody actually went to him and told it wasn't his idea to begin with.
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, and then obviously someone was in his ear like saying, hey, you really haven't done much to prove that you're actually doing this for a reason. So then that's when he donated $1 million. Okay, well, the way I look at it, you're at work. I can't protest at work.
You're not. I'm not allowed to. Even.
Right.
You can't.
I can't either. So why not use your platform and your famous people you know and like go to a police precinct or whatever and actually make a difference?
Off the job.
Off the job.
I mean, I guess that's the thing.
You got millions of dollars. You have people with friends with millions of dollars. Why not actually make a difference instead of kneel down and let the media do all the work for you and build your platform for you? And create something that you never even intended on being. All you were doing is being a little bitch because you were benched for Blaine Gabbert.
So, and I guess that's the thing, too. The bottom line
That's my theory.
Well, the other thing to me is the bottom line is he just wants the money. Okay?
Right. And like I said, I'm not taking taking away from what they say he was doing. Agreed. Like, I get that. But I think everything about him is fake.
It's about the money. Otherwise,
I think
if it was his love of playing football, this wouldn't mean anything to him.
Right. And they were saying, what's the chance?
He would be screaming, no, I want to play. I'm good enough to play. I'm good enough to play. Somebody tell me. So here's my question, okay? All this goes down, Nike, blah, blah, even if they do good, who's going to sign him?
No one. He's suing the NFL.
Okay.
That's a separate thing.
He's literally out there shoveling the hole to dig his own
grave. And he's saying it's because he's black. No, dumbass. No, you're suing your boss. Who the hell's going to hire you?
Even if it goes away now, everybody's going to go, oh, well, he might sue us.
He's who's going to, okay. Like Colin Cowherd said, he's better than some, but worse than many.
The many, right.
Like
right.
You're not going to build a franchise around him. He's a good, solid backup. I get that, but who's going to take the chance? Who's going to want all that baggage for a backup quarterback? You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody doing it.
And he wants starting money.
What was the A&M boy?
Johnny Manziel.
Same kind of principle there.
Yeah.
Who wants somebody?
He's trying to make his comeback.
Sure.
He's humbled himself. He's gotten married. He's in CFL now.
Right. Colin could probably play in the CFL.
He won't.
But I'm just saying. But I mean, you get to a point where all this stuff.
Quit being a little
the
bitch.
damage is done.
They suing him because they said they didn't hire him because he was black and that was the sole reason. No. For one, you're mixed. You're barely even brown.
Right.
2, every opportunity they gave you, you screwed up somehow by being ignorant and stupid. And that's not racist. You were literally wearing cop pig socks. You were wearing
marijuana socks.
Okay. You were wearing Fidel Castro shirt in Miami.
Right. Like, by the way, that doesn't go over too good there.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but the population of Cubans there are pretty high.
It's up there.
Yeah. And then you get the Ravens give you an opportunity, and your girlfriend compares the owner to a slave owner.
Trader.
And you're like, oh, I don't know why the hell they don't want me out here. What is this? What is this hogwash?
Yeah.
He talks like that, too. I don't know if you've ever been around him.
See, weird. That's the thing, too, is, and we were talking about it earlier. I mean, let's be honest, okay? And this is nothing racial. This is not. The guy's dumb. Okay? He makes poor decisions. Yeah. Over and over and over.
And he can't pass.
And he can't throw the ball.
No, he can't. I'm excited, dude. How about Tua Tagovailoa, bro?
Dude, it's Tua time.
Good night.
And look, let's be honest.
Okay, what do you think of all the beef they're giving Saban for being a dick to that reporter?
Look, I thought it was. First of all, she's not the first one he's done that to.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I get it. It was
so
literally.
She knew up front.
I see what he was doing. He's trying to keep both of them there. He's not trying to pick sides because he's being loyal to Jalen.
He is loyal.
And he's just saying, I'm not going to demonize either one of them. Like, I like both of them. But obviously, it's like, okay, Tua's the guy. But in case he gets hurt, I want Jalen there.
Well,
that's what he's doing without saying it.
And I would hope that the conversation has happened already. And, of course, we won't hear anything about it. But
you know it has.
Well, no, I'm talking about the conversation of, now it's that time where if it's me, if I'm Jalen, and he's got to face some realities.
Mop up duty, I'm not doing it.
No, but I'm just saying, no. He's got to face some realities. He's not going to be a quarterback in the NFL.
No.
Okay? So what he ought to do now is say, hey, Coach, I got a great idea. For the next 4 games, okay, play me everywhere.
A punter. I want to be a punter.
I want to kick the ball, right? Okay.
You can't be any worse than freaking Miami's punter. See how garbage that dude was?
Golly, man. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if Miami can screw things up in the last 10 seconds of a game.
Lord Jesus, they got demolished.
Dude, a lot of people got demolished last weekend.
The SEC looked damn good.
Dude.
Do you know they went 13-1 or 14-1?
For Tennessee.
They were the only loss. Got their Duke hole smashed.
Right. I was like, did you see the meme that's out? It says something like, and it had everyone, and each one had way to represent, and it's all, and it goes on through
Different
the
coach
SEC.
saying.
And then when it gets to the Tennessee square, it said, not you. And then it went right on. And I was like, good grief.
Well, the Browns guy is like the biggest booster there, so maybe he's contagious.
It could be. It could be for sure.
Dude, I think the Browns can be legit this year.
You never know. You know, that's
No,
always
I do know.
No. Oh, you do know. Yeah. He's got the inside
This
story.
But what's that guy who always sells his picks? He's like, call now. I'll give you 5 locks of the week. Blah, blah. That guy?
Yeah.
He's like, I made $20 million last week.
Right.
I'm the shit.
I can tell
I
you
lost
how to get
$100
this
million.
done. Right. So, but back to the whole that situation. It would be a great opportunity for Jalen to try something different.
Yeah, let him be a punter.
A punter.
I know what you mean. I'm just being kidding.
Yeah,
but
no. But I mean, I think it'd be a great opportunity, and
Maybe.
and hopefully they've had that conversation.
I don't know. I think he wants. I think
like
he
you
wants to
said,
transfer.
Where does he go? Does
Florida
he go hang out
Atlantic.
with, does he have, I was going to ask you, does he go hang out with Lane?
I'd hang out with Lane. He seems
Wouldn't
like
you?
a cool guy. Did you
At
see
least
what?
the drinks are going to be right.
Did you see how? What's that dude's name on Fox? FS1. He was texting Lane after the game. They played Oklahoma.
Say, hey, bro, we going out for drinks?
No, he was like, he was
He's
telling
like,
them,
no, I've already had too
they're
many.
like, they're damn good because they got beat 73-14.
Right.
And he was like, holy shit, they're good.
73. Dude, I don't care what you are. A high school game, putting up 73 points is a lot.
Their starters were out second quarter.
I know, right?
I was like, Lord.
What?
But it is what it is.
So, obviously, the start of the regular season's coming. College football is going to be a big deal. NFL starting up. So, what do you see? Where are the who's going to give them? You know, in college, who's going to give Alabama a run? Is anybody?
Honestly,
Yeah, LSU?
Alabama.
I said the same thing. People laugh, but I think that's true. They're the only ones that can beat them.
Alabama's the only one that can beat Alabama.
That's right. And
Honestly, it's not even fair almost.
it is. There's such a jump.
Because a team's hope they had playing Alabama was, okay, we'll load the box, let Jalen beat us.
Right.
Or make Jalen beat us.
That's over now.
You can't do that. I think they had like 50, 60 yards rushing or some shit like that.
And you realize that they
scored
actually,
51 points.
They could have scored 2 more touchdowns. Easy.
They could have scored more than that if they didn't pull Tua out.
Who was it? Somebody. You're right. Of course, that has to be tough.
Tua was like 12 for 16 for 227 yards and
Right.
2 touchdowns.
Right.
And 1 running.
I mean, if you think about it, though, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I think they're going to put up more points than you've ever seen in football.
Dude, I'm excited. I like Tua Tagovailoa.
I kind of like him too.
I like saying his name.
I know, right?
I used to say Humananuka Nuka.
It almost makes you want to go surfing.
Nah, not me. I don't like sharks.
Or do the hula.
I don't like sharks.
Okay, I've got to. All right.
I read somewhere that your chances of being bit by a shark is increased a very big percentage if you're in the ocean.
What?
Yeah, I read about that.
Or an aquarium full of them.
Or an aquarium full of them with cuts all over you. Right. I heard that's a bad one to do.
That's crazy that you could actually increase your odds by
Isn't that
being
weird?
in an ocean.
That's also like global warming. The science behind that, because people say you do not deny science. The science of that is equivalent to saying that shark attacks and the consumption of ice creams are directly correlated.
Right.
And if
you're eating it in the ocean.
No, I'm just saying, like.
No, I know what you're saying. It's so far fetched. It's like.
Well, no, because in the summer, more ice cream is consumed.
Oh, that's what it is.
And more people are in the ocean.
Okay, so more people in the ocean have probably eaten ice cream.
We have more.
Okay.
More. Whatever. What's the shit in the air? I'm trying to say.
Ozone.
No, the
it's there too.
More pollutants, and the world. The Earth's going through its natural cycles of heating up. So they're saying it has to be the cause. That's the cause. That's the science that everyone says you're a science denier if you don't believe in global warming.
That's probably it.
No, but seriously, there is no science behind it. Kind of like how there's no science to prove that gravity exists. We just kind of know it does.
The Earth sucks.
What?
The Earth sucks.
What do you mean?
That's gravity.
Yeah, we don't know.
We're unclear.
We just know it. We have a force on us.
We know we don't fly.
Yeah, we don't know why. So gravity was existing.
Speaking of flying, okay, planes grounded the other day, coming in from Dubai, 500 people on board. Everybody's coughing, throwing up.
I was there.
He was there. Okay, were you sitting next to the dude?
I was there.
Are you ready for this, folks? Okay, Vanilla Ice was on that plane.
If there was a problem, he solved it,
dude.
Bro.
He did. That's what. See, that's what I was thinking too. He solved it.
He did,
no
dude.
doubt about it. No doubt.
Now, what about that that remote air base, small airfield that used to be a U.S. government airfield for testing in World War II? They had two separate occasions where an unknown force was a lady was coming in for a landing, and an unknown force was pulling her plane to the ground. She ended up knocking one of those lights out and crashing it. And there was one separate one the day after he was taking off, not even off the ground, and an unknown force was pulled him off the runway going, and then he was trying to overcorrect, and when he did, he came in the air and it flipped him over.
Giant magnets.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, I'm convinced there's a giant magnet in front of my truck.
Why?
Because I'm
killing your battery?
No, because every day somebody crosses that center line. And you know what it's like.
Yeah.
You're driving down the road. And of course, I know it has to do with the fact that everybody's texting and driving now.
No, it's improper lane usage. You were flicking them off, aren't you?
It's possible. It's possible. And if it was you, any of you listeners out there, I don't apologize. But seriously, I feel like that's how I'm going to die. Somebody's going to cross that center.
People just want to are douchebags. Or I guess they're just measuring their wiener with me.
No, it's because I feel like you need to be driving a Prius.
No, it's just I feel like the nicer the vehicle I have, the more people try to flex on me. Like when I have my Scion, you know how many people try to race me all the time?
I know it is. No, it is like that. It's like that for sure.
I'm like, bro, I'm just chilling, bro.
And the nice people are the ones in the giant trucks next to you.
Yeah,
they're like, hey, dude, what's up?
And they're just flicking me off.
Right? It's like, jerk.
No, I don't know. But yeah, go back to that air thing. What do you think that could be?
I don't know. I mean, it could be a lot of different things.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
The ghost ship.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
The ghost ship. Oh, sorry. Y'all aren't aware of it. Okay. There was, the almost geographically opposite of the Bermuda Triangle. Almost like if you were looking at the Bermuda Triangle and you turn the globe over.
Right.
Almost the exact same longitude, latitude on the opposite side of the planet is the Chinese Bermuda Triangle. It's called the Devil's Triangle or something. Right. Which I'm sure it's not translated to Devil's Triangle. It's like, my name is Joshua-san.
Triangle.
I know that's racial, but screw you.
It is what it is.
Chinese friends, I love you. Anyway, so there was a freight. This is one of those industrial size, 200-meter freighters went missing in 2009.
It was 8 or 9 years
2009.
ago.
Went missing MIA for 9 years. It just popped up.
It ran ashore during a storm.
It popped up.
You know the crazy part about this, and I've always said
a ship that size can't just float around not being seen.
Right. Well, and I guess the thing to me, at some point, it didn't just show up that day. Okay, somehow it was floating around even a week before that. Why did somebody not find it a week before that?
Yeah.
But here's what's amazing part, and I've always said that I feel like movies are made to prepare the general public for crazy things that are happening in this world that we're not.
Right. It's like the Philadelphia experiment.
Okay, similar, but there's actually a movie called Ghost Ship.
Yes.
Okay, and it's about exactly the same crazy kind of thing.
That was the first time that's happened.
Because there's no cargo on this thing.
This is the most recent.
Crew.
They found it. It washed up on a sandbar, and a fisherman stumbled upon it and called the Coast Guard, and everybody came out there. There was no cargo on it, no crew, no signs of crew, no dead crew members, nothing. There's nothing on that ship. After
you know what
9
I truly
years,
think though?
What, aliens?
No, I think it's the pirates.
The pirates? What are they gonna do with a ship? That's a big old ship.
I know, but I mean, they steal them all the time.
What do they? No, how do they not know where the damn ship is?
I don't know. Surely, if something like that comes up missing 9 years ago, we're looking in Somalia and trying to figure out.
You know where that ship is in Somalia.
Know, right?
That's a long haul for Somalian pirates.
I guess it really is.
That's all the way across India.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, I wonder. So, have they taken the ship back to like study it? Or?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's just nothing. It's just a normal ship.
The Philadelphia experiment.
Explain the Philadelphia experiment.
Well, the story about the Philadelphia experiment.
This is a real experiment.
This is something that the Navy did way back, and I think it was in the 40s.
Yeah,
right?
This is Einstein.
Early 40s?
Time. Einstein was there.
The crazy part about that is it was actually a time travel kind of thing, and they were trying to
warp.
Warp, basically. Well, you know, the story is that when they they actually succeeded.
And they when it came back, and basically they were trying to teleport type deal, and when it came and materialized, when it came back,
people were halfway into the ship. Like,
have you seen?
There's a movie about it.
The
too.
Cloverfield paradox
yes.
or whatever, where they were jumping in between dimensions,
and they come back,
and they were like inside the ship.
Right.
Yeah, it was like that, legit. You know, of course, the documents were washed, so they're like, okay, is it real? Is it not real? But there's footage.
Right. There's actual footage of the naval ship, the whole deal.
There's actual footage of people in
like halfway, like their bodies are like in the deck. It was wood back then. So
and Photoshop skills back then weren't that great.
So good.
Not so good.
Not so good. Not so good.
But you never hear about that,
right?
Because it's not in your official docs,
right? Right.
That's what's so stupid.
Crazy stuff in the world, though.
It is.
It's all just everybody says all the crazy stuff happened way back when there was no proof or disproving anything that happened, but now here we are with this ship thing. It's the same kind of crazy stuff is happening right here today.
Okay, let's go back to Aretha Franklin's.
Aretha Franklin. Hey, how about giving her a little respect?
RESPICT.
That's right. Respect. That's beautiful.
You get it. Yeah, Reverend Franklin or whatever his name is.
Right.
RESPICT.
Speaking of reverends.
No, but Creepy Bill.
And creepy reverends.
Creepy Bill at her funeral. Okay.
Did everybody catch this?
Okay. Grande. What's her name?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. I admit was wearing a little bit of an inappropriate dress for a funeral.
You think?
But I'm not a modest prude. Let her wear what she wants to wear.
Sure.
In plain daylight. One, why is Bill always at places without Hillary?
What gets me is how did he get that seat?
Right behind her booty.
He's always been. First of all, Bill's always been somewhere Hillary's not.
I want that seat. Oh, true. That was nice.
Okay. So and it's like everybody said, why would you choose Bill? Hillary didn't.
Right.
Why would you choose Hillary? Yeah. Right. Bill didn't.
No, but literally you see her singing and you see him behind her and he's
watching it first and then his eyes go down, dude, and he gets like this shine on his face.
And then
but let's be honest, okay? You'd probably smile like that too if she was standing
I'm not gonna lie. But
she's cute.
She's a cutie. But the worst part wasn't even Creepy Bill. It was the freaking Reverend cropping a field. What's it called?
Copping a
field.
Cropping one.
Copping a field.
That's the Photoshop
to
version.
A T. There's no denying it. He's denying it, saying he didn't mean to.
Well, what gets me is if you watch the video, it's not like he moved his hand when he realized it was there.
He squeezed.
Right?
You know side boob when you feel it. You know side. Yes, you know side boob when you're an adult. You can feel the bra.
53 years old, right?
It was like, if you don't know what we're talking about, go check it out. It is obviously he was like copping a feel.
And I'm just going to throw this out there to stir the pot a little bit more, okay? Because that pedophilia thing is a big deal right now, okay?
Is it?
She's a little bitty woman.
And she looks like it.
She looks like she's a kid.
When she always dresses up, they do that. You can go into
Bill is like
MK Ultra mind control. They always make them dress up in certain ways and cats and stuff.
Bill was better like sing me a song.
Sing me a song. Yeah, he looked creepy, dude. Have you seen him lately?
He's always looked that way, though.
No, but now he looks like a crypt keeper.
Right.
Like he's a cannibal. His teeth are all weird looking. His skin.
And Hillary's in the crypt.
I don't know where the hell she is.
Dude, what has happened to her? Because you rarely even see
She's
pictures
running
of her.
the Clinton crime family, bro.
She's a hidden mob boss.
Cutting girls' faces off and stuff. Drinking blood.
Right.
The video.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I'm not going to go any further on that one, but yes, as you can see by the title, this is 9/11, 17 years later.
Can you believe that?
17 years, man.
Can you believe how time? I mean,
makes me feel old. I remember when that was. I was 32 back then.
Right.
I'm like 50 now. I don't.
So I'm curious though. Do you remember where you were?
I was at school.
You were in school. Okay.
I think apparently I was the only school that wasn't playing it on the TV. I had no idea until I came home. My mom was like all upset, and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "The World Trade Centers were attacked." And my first thought was like, "What the hell's the World Trade Center?"
right? You know,
that
that's
is.
the first thing I was like, okay, now I'm pretty sure those are tall buildings. Where are they?
Are those important buildings?
Do it again.
Can you put them in their crate?
Yes, I'd be happy to. So we're gonna. Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
It's called a white box.
It's
Hey, you're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Hold on, I gotta fix my shirt. I put the shirt on like 4 seconds beforehand. I was wearing my work shirt, and I didn't want people to know where I work because I'm mysterious. I work for the CIA. If you can't tell by my 1960 CIA glasses, you see them? That's what these are. Anybody in Chelsea listening right now? I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna scoop in here. Anybody looking? I don't know. Anybody watching? Joseph, favorite part of a Thursday. I like that. It's Wednesday, but yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Jake, how about Tua Tagovailoa, bro? Jake Hester in the building. Who else is in here? We got Roger Bradshaw. What's up? I forgot to sign you up for a T-shirt. I forgot to sign you up for that Saban helmet, Roger. I'll do it tomorrow. Hayden Horsley, Matt Hawkins, Lita Robinson. What's happening, Lita? I haven't seen you in a coon's age.
All day.
Oh, you back? Did you lock them up?
I locked them up.
Don't you love how easy it is?
Yeah, that's nice.
They actually listen to you.
Yeah.
All right, so 17 years. Where were you, my good sir?
I was doing a job in Homewood. It was really kind of freaky, though, because I was on a job, and I kind of listened to it on the radio. So I went and knocked on the lady's door that I was doing a job for, and I was like, hey, is there any way I can come in and watch the TV? And I wound up sitting there for like 5 hours. The weird part about where I was, though, is like the flight pattern here in Birmingham is kind of low right there. And I was like, kind of felt weird, you know. You're seeing all these planes because they grounded everything, like nationwide. So all these planes are coming, and you're going, okay, this is a little freaky. I felt like I wanted to like run and hide or something.
Wow, because so many planes were coming in?
Yeah, I mean, it's
That
just weird.
was weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. But I mean, I was like, gosh, if they're hitting here and hitting there, you never knew. You know, at that moment, they could have been doing it anywhere. They could have been aiming for the little house I was at.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know this Chris guy, but screw him.
He seems important.
We got our intel wrong. It wasn't Chris Emmerke. It was Chris something else.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't read.
It was something. No, but it was definitely one of those weird days that, you know, it was one of those things that, you know, most of the time you hear stuff like that and it's kind of quick. You know, this went on and on and on for the whole day, and all, of course, you know, with media capabilities that we have all, you know, now, it was so much coverage of everything on the ground, videos from the air. I mean, it was just amazing what actually.
So you think it was just a well planned out attack by people that still shit in holes?
You know, and I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, we've talked a lot about this, and whether you believe how it happened, something wasn't. I mean,
something else happened other than.
Agreed. I mean, we know there's video footage. We know planes hit the buildings.
But did they?
Or did one man?
One desire. He was the tortilla boy. But seriously, there is a conspiracy that it was a hologram.
That's impressive. That's David Copperfield.
Well,
kind of stuff.
there is a weird
David
angle.
Copperfield had something to do with it.
Well, no, there is a weird angle that when you look at the actual news footage, the wing literally cuts through a building.
Yeah, it's 500 miles an hour.
No. But the building, like, it's not. It's layered wrong.
Like a 7-layer cake?
No, like the footage. The wing is supposed to be over the thing, but it's under it or something weird like that.
I mean, I don't feel like
I don't believe that, but
either.
I'm saying that's the theory.
Something, you know, and it's something we'll never know. Something there's some things about things that happen and all that we'll never know. You know, to me, you know, it's kind of weird that we live in a country in a day and age, even back then, where modern technology. I mean, like, here's an example. You know, let's be honest, okay. If they want you, they're going to get you. Okay. If
right.
And that's what gets me is, okay. And you're going to tell me that these cats are in there getting flying lessons and all that, and
getting strippers and cocaine,
everything.
FBI knew about them.
That's what I'm saying.
Well ahead of it.
That's what I'm saying. And so, was it allowed to happen? Was it coordinated to happen?
See, that's the thing.
You know, did they just kind of turn a blind eye?
See, when people hear conspiracy, they think immediately like, okay, the government planned it, did it, blah blah.
It's not like that.
It's a lot deeper.
Yes.
When I say a conspiracy, it could have been anything. Anything different than what we were told. It was a conspiracy.
Absolutely. Right. And I think that's a lot. And let's
you don't
talk
have to
about
immediately go into, okay, it was lizards that did it or some crazy shit.
Either some aliens.
It could have been anything. Anything that's different than what they told us, it's a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. And I said,
safe, fair,
absolutely
fair.
And I've always said, regardless,
if they hid one thing from us,
well, the physical part of it, we know what happened.
Right.
Okay. There's all the physical evidence and everything. We people, thousands of people literally sat there and watched.
That's not the question. It's why and how.
Right. Okay. And to me, at the time of it, if you understand where everything was in the world at the time, to me it was it's kind of like their way of possibly getting the general American public to support a war effort.
Which comes back to the main argument on why they think it was the government. Because you go back to the same CIA people that I say was in charge of every crooked shit that happened in the world.
Made in America, prime example,
okay,
the movie.
I was going to go with the Operation Northwoods.
Or Northwoods.
Where we planned...
Or hell, Vietnam for that.
We planned to strategically place high-ranking people and their family members in a plane, take off, land it, take them all out, put them on a different plane, and replace it with like a drone thing and crash it and say it got shot down by Cubans.
Right.
And blame it on them so the U.S. would be like, yeah, screw Cuba.
And let's go
Cuba.
fight. I mean, I feel like, and like you said, I don't know. And sometimes I think it's just a coincidence. It's coincidental opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they planned it necessarily or they
There's
had
just a lot of sketchy stuff.
There's a lot of unanswered questions.
September 10th, Rumsfeld, in front of Congress, said, there's about 2-point-something trillion missing in the annual budget that we don't know where it is. Where we know where it is. It's in your black ops and all that crazy shit that you can't tell us where it is even if you knew where it was.
Right.
That was September 10th, 2001.
And wasn't there some crazy, the amount of the insurance deal that was taken out, the terrorist insurance?
The guy who signed the lease or took over the lease for the World Trade Center added terrorist coverage into his insurance plan like months prior. And he ended up having to sue and kind of go and get Giuliani. Giuliani had pulled some strings that he would actually get the insurance money, which was end up being $4 billion. That's how much he profited off of the World Trade Center being torn down. So what do? They build one building.
Right.
You think that costs $4 billion?
But, and of course, I don't know the answer to this, and maybe somebody out there does, but, maybe if you're purchasing a building of that stature, okay, that it's a requirement. But when was the purchase?
No, he just renewed it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He renewed the lease for 99 years.
And then added the terrorist insurance on
and added that.
Gotcha.
And that's just one thing. That's off of, if you're interested in any of this, because these are the ones where it's like, okay, I realize people can make documentaries and be one-sided with the information and make you lean one way or the other.
Sure.
But this one is very intriguing because it's like, you can take like I do. I take things with a grain of salt. I'll look at it and do some research of my own. Whatever. This one's called Follow the Money. I think it's Corbett did it, where it shows you everybody money wise and how it all affected everything and how money was involved. There's a bunch of different things, like the part of the Pentagon. Coincidentally, the one side of the Pentagon that was hit was the one side that was literally.
Oops.
Yeah, anyway, so that was the one side that was been fortified to take that, but wasn't completely finished and was still under construction. So the amount of people who were there, which would have been thousands of deaths, it's like 100.
Had it been under normal circumstances.
Right. But it was the only side that was reinforced enough to take that impact, which was coincidentally the one side of the thing that handled financial records.
But that's the other.
But financial records. Remember September 10th, what I said.
And again, that's why I say that. Like I said, it's not necessarily planned, but it's more like turn that blind eye kind of deal. But that also leads you to believe that there's possibly somebody inside allowing. Well, if nothing else, they're giving information to these pilots.
There's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than that. More than that.
Way more than that.
Because people say, okay, well, if the government was involved, the amount of people that had to know, no.
Because there's an awful lot we know nothing about.
Yeah, everything's you know what I'm trying to say. I don't even remember what I said. Anyway.
Confidential.
Compartmentalized.
Or compartmentalized.
That's what I was going to say. Anyway,
or both.
No, all the air traffic people, high ranking, they were sent to like company retreats in like Hawaii and stuff. So it was like basically the people running the air traffic were like first day people Who's the answer? In a world where a boy becomes a man and defines all odds.
That's the one I was laughing
I mean,
at. Hayden.
Hey, Hayden, Pablo Francisco?
It defeats all odds. Coming to theaters next summer.
Hayden Hornsley. Where's my CIA glasses? No. What do y'all think happened? Because it's almost common knowledge that they demolished Building 7, which a lot of people don't even know Building 7 even collapsed. Building 7 was a separate building other than the two that didn't get hit by a plane, but it, like the other two, free fall and fell to its own footprints.
Right.
And like I said countless times on the show, if one was wired to blow, they all were.
I mean, and again, that
the
theory,
Building 7 is the one that.
Well, that's the one that's the most questionable to me in the whole process.
Because the one reason they gave for the steel structure falling is because the jet fuel.
Right.
There is no jet fuel. No plane hit that building.
Right.
How come it fell just like the other ones?
Well, and again,
identical to the other ones.
Well, now some people's arguments on that are that the fire had like jumped.
They're steel, but it don't matter.
I know. But
There's no jet fuel. That was the sole reason why they said that a steel structure
would come down,
could fall down because it would weaken the structural integrity of the right. But there is no jet fuel, and apparently the same plane hit the Pentagon. Where's the flames?
Right. Well, see,
that same jet fuel's there.
Well, see, that was what was weird to me about the Pentagon.
The same jet fuel that was so hot and burned so much and so hot that it melted steel to a point to where a steel structure that was 100 stories was equally weakened to where it collapsed in its own footprint, hit a building, and didn't burn at all. On the second story of the whole impact crater, you see a bookshelf with a book on it that's not even burnt.
I mean, I think the thing that's weird to me is that we have all this video footage of the planes hitting the trade centers. Okay?
Where's the Pentagon? Where's the footage?
You can't tell me there's no video
there's
surveillance in that place.
Video with like LG flip phone
right
quality that you see something in 2 frames.
Right.
Like, what the hell was that? Was that a plane? Was it a missile?
Right.
What was it?
I don't know. That's just weird.
I think it's more of a missile than a plane. There's no plane parts outside that thing. You don't see any. Look at the photos.
Oh, no. They're like just right after. What's funny is like when the fire departments and all got there, okay, where's the big ball of fire?
Right? That's what I'm trying to say. There's no flames. No one asks these questions. I'm asking, where are the hell's the flames?
And we've seen balls of fire on planes that just crash landed on the runway.
I was watching Jurassic Park 2 the other day when that RV went off the thing. That was a huge flame. Right. That was real.
Right.
That was. I saw it with my own eyes.
Right.
I saw Jeff Goldblum hanging off the thing with Jodie Foster, whatever her name is.
Helen Hunt.
Oh, is that who it is?
Was it Helen Hunt?
I don't know. It's not Jodie Foster.
No, it's neither one of them.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
I always get her confused with Jodie Foster. The one that played in that movie with that thing and that guy that does that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. It is what it is. It's common sense to me. It blows my mind. Like, that same plane, right? I don't get it. Like, what? Give me your scientific argument on why there's no flames at the Pentagon with the same plane, same jet fuel.
And the other flight that crashed, was there burned like out in the field?
Nothing burned. Okay. There's barely any plane parts there either. The only plane parts that the news got wind of was like engine parts that were like miles away.
Now I'm
so
hoping,
do you think that one got shot down?
See, that's what I wonder. Now my question is did we shoot it down?
That's what I'm trying to say. Do you think it got shot down? Because why would an engine part be miles away from the?
I mean,
did it break apart?
The weird part is the stories of the phone calls and all that about what was the let's roll thing. The let's roll comment.
What you talking about?
Well, they were supposedly,
was that the cell phone stuff? Yeah. You want to get in the cell phone stuff?
No,
I'll get in the cell phone stuff. Right. I'm getting in the cell phone stuff. All right, let's get in the cell phone calls. Okay, here this is. Hear this. Okay.
There was one
so a Canadian company or Canadian researchers. Okay, the people in that flight that crashed it that were calling loved ones.
Right.
They called them from cell phones.
Right.
Okay. Well, based off the transponder thingy that tells you where they were at what X amount of times, they went through the phone records from the cell phones and went from the time they called, and they cross-referenced it with the transponder thing on the altitude that the plane was actually at that corresponding time. They were at altitudes where their cell service wouldn't cover.
Right.
So where the hell were they?
I don't know.
That's the weird part.
Unless it was flying
And
low
if
to
you're-
the
if
ground,
you're
they were
like-
tree top flying in a jet.
No, they knew the altitude.
That's right.
They were
sure
at
did.
30,000 feet. So to try to do as an experiment, you want to I'm gonna cross out.
I fly a lot, and I can't do a good Google search at 30,000 feet.
Well, no, they went with every single cell service. Sprint, AT&T, 10,000 feet. They were at 30,000. Where do those calls come from? Boom. I don't know. That's like I said, I don't have a theory. I don't know what the hell's going on, but who or where were they when they made those calls?
Yeah.
Because they said they were at 30,000 feet calling their loved ones from cell phones. Like, they have the records. They called from a cell phone.
Yeah.
Where the hell were they calling from?
Yeah.
You don't have Wi-Fi.
And these people that had actually talked about the actual conversations and everything.
They have recordings of them.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's actual recordings of the Let's Roll conversation.
Yeah. Where were they?
Yeah, and it also makes you
No
wonder,
one says about that.
but at the same time, and I guess that's, of course, you can't, I guess you can't figure out if a plane crashes how many survivors it could possibly be, but there's a lot of planes that crash
If
like
Liam
that.
Neeson was there, he'd
But I'm
survive.
just saying, that even recently, there's a lot of plane crashes that there are a decent number of survivors.
That would suck.
Wouldn't it? Well, there is something.
Just let me die.
No, there's
with some
somebody.
dignity.
There's one girl or some plane crash not too long ago where one girl survived the whole flight, and that's the whole idea is that she's struggling because she's the only one that survived. Wouldn't that be weird to be the only one to survive?
You'd be badass, but that would suck.
Right.
Like the Six Flags, the guy got his head cut off.
Right.
You know how he got it cut off? A girl's foot. She kicked his foot off or his head off. Imagine being that girl.
Right.
I fucking punted a dude's head off.
Right. My bad.
It broke her foot. It broke her leg in like 18 places.
No, it's wide.
My favorite bit is Daniel Toss me. He's like, "Take that, Janikowski."
Take that.
He's like, "Finally, a Raiders reference that doesn't involve sucking."
Right.
No, I don't know. So what is your overall... Okay, you've already mentioned that you think, okay, you don't know what happened, but you think something different happened than what actually happened. So what do you think actually happened?
I think I have a couple. I think I have a lot of theories, and again, I think.
Well, go ahead. Give me a couple.
No, in all seriousness, though, and again, I've always said that yes, obviously the planes hit the buildings, blah blah blah. But to me, I feel like it's no different than kind of the process that we did, during Vietnam. Is we denied the existence of being over there for the longest time, and then all of a sudden we were there. Okay, and you push an agenda. Okay, it's no different than what's happening today. Okay. I believe that there was an agenda being pushed, and that agenda was we were already making the plans to go to war, and this was the way.
Well, look at the vice president.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is the way to get American support. Now I'm going to tell you something, okay? And I'm gonna take just a second here to bitch a little bit, okay? Right now, and everybody out there, okay? You turn on your social media, you do whatever you do. There's so much divisiveness and hate in this country right now. The one thing I'll say about that, whether it was planned, whatever, okay?
Unity.
That's the last time this country was truly
proud to
as
be
one,
an American,
right? Okay?
where at least I know
And
I'm
now
free.
you're a horrible person for singing that,
Yeah, you're a racist asshole.
That's what I'm
White
saying.
privilege. Check your privilege, bro.
right?
Check your privilege. America hasn't been great for anybody that isn't white.
It was never great.
It was never great. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Check your privilege,
Yes, it
bro.
was.
Coming from a
Try to remember how you got here.
coming from like a $1 million a year news anchor that's
Right.
African American. It wasn't great for anyone that wasn't white. You're making more money than I am, bro.
Way more.
Yeah, like I'll gladly be
I'm
a
still waiting on my
repressed
privilege.
minority.
I'm
to get
still
your
waiting
check.
on my privilege. Someday somebody's
Like, I
going to
get
show
it.
it to me.
We do have privilege in
I get
some
it.
things.
I get you, and that's true.
But regardless, life is summed up in one thing. Like you
It is
work your ass
exactly
off.
what you make of it.
Exactly. Life is what you make. If you work your ass off, things are usually going to fall into place.
That's so true.
If you're a lazy piece of shit, things
Are crappy.
seem to fall into place in the opposite
crappy.
direction. Look, if you're poor, work your ass off to not be poor. If you're rich, you don't want to be rich, just don't work.
Right? Just don't work.
See how that works? It's weird how that works, right?
There's an idea.
Yeah, you don't want to be rich anymore, just stop working. Be lazy.
There's probably a lot of those out there.
You know, you got your rare occasions where, like, what's up, G-Salt?
Somebody accidentally gets rich.
What's up, Brian Wyckoff? What's up, Terry Cantrell?
What's up,
Cantrell?
Wyckoff?
Is it Cantrell or is it Cantrell? What's up, dude? Anyway, I don't know. My theory is I don't know what my theory is.
Shout out to Dino.
Dino?
Yeah, Palladino.
I saw him.
Dino.
I shot him out when you were out there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
And Hayden Hornsley with the Pablo Francisco reference.
Right.
No. My theory...
One man,
one desire.
I don't really have a theory, but I know for a fact almost that it's almost...
It's not what we were told.
It takes more faith to believe that what happened, they say happened, actually happened. To me.
See, and I'll tell you something else that's crazy. If you think for 1 second, if they can even, regardless of what the actual real story is, okay, the fact that nobody out there knows the real story, okay, that tells you that somebody else is in control of what's happening, okay? And if they can do that on a scale that big, okay, what are the little things we're being dealt every day?
Right. That's the key. And you know the amount of money spent to investigate 9/11 was $2.5 million less than they did to invest the Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky scandal.
I mean, think about
$2.5 million less on him getting a blowjob in the Oval Office.
Well, now, it takes a lot to test sperm samples.
You're being sarcastic. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you 2.5 less to just you're in the freaking government
and cigars
space. And you have multiple planes from multiple locations taking off and wrecking into buildings where there's evidence of thermite on steel. There's all this other stuff that didn't get tested because the steel got rushed away by the same company that coincidentally was in control of the contracting of revamping the Pentagon. Remember I told you about that?
Yeah.
They were actually the contractor that got contracted to do that. And they were also the contractor hired to clean up the steel from the thing, which was sold to China to melt down ASAP Rocky.
You know what else I find
kind of like the JFK limo that is handled the same exact way.
I'll tell you what else I find interesting is that after 9/11, okay, air travel changed in this country.
Yeah, I know.
About the way we do things.
There's one perk, though.
Hold on,
one perk. One perk.
Well,
you no longer have to walk your spouse to the terminal. You can just drop that.
You drop her off and you're done.
Thanks,
and
Bin
you
Laden.
are free.
Thanks,
okay?
Bin Laden. That was the one thing.
But in all seriousness, though, okay, this is what I find interesting. After that happened, everybody was like, no, vet everybody. If they look like they're, Middle Eastern or whatever, okay, check them out, okay? And everybody was proud and fine to say, you know what? I am all about this extra checking, okay? And now today, those same people are the ones going, that's unfair.
Right?
Okay. So I don't know.
You're profiling. Yeah, we're profiling.
Yeah. And I want you to keep profiling, okay? And like I told, and again, like I said, I travel quite a bit now, and a few weeks ago, I'm sitting there, and you can say what you want. I believe it's because I have a ponytail. They pull me aside every time.
Yeah, this dude, he's got a crack or something.
No, I think they think I have bombs or something. I don't know what it is.
You do look like a bomber.
But I get that full-on search and the whole 9 yards. And remember, like I told the guy last week, I said, it ain't gay if it's TSA.
I ain't gay, dude. Not gay about getting your wiener sucked.
But I'm just saying, it's funny to me that, after that event occurs like that, everybody, both sides are like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's make sure. And now we take the same principle, and now we're just going to throw it all out the window.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time
I got bronchitis.
Right.
I don't know. Let me know what your theories are, though.
We'll never know.
For real, sorry. I just kind of burped on air.
That was a monster.
That was a monster. Appreciate that, by the way. I love monsters.
I know you did.
Chris is not gay if it's TSA. Yeah, you know it. But anyway, guys, if you like what you heard, please go rate and subscribe on iTunes. Give me a nice like on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube, too. Hit that bell icon so you'll know when we go live every Wednesday. And if we have any guests, we're going to be having some
if you want to be a guest.
Or you want to be a guest. Brian Wyckoff, he wants to be a guest. Come on,
Brian.
Come on down. See more trucks at the lowest prices. No, we're going to have some bands on. We're going to have some SEC shorts. Is going to be coming on soon.
Good. That's gonna be
I know
fun.
y'all have seen them. Who else is coming?
One man.
I know I've been slacking on guests. I haven't had a big guest in Coon's age.
It's been a while.
Who's the last guest I've had? That's before you got on here.
Hey, by the way, you can't say Coon's age anymore.
Why?
Because it's like saying
I can say whatever the hell
barrel
I
of
want.
monkeys.
I'm American. I identify as a 37-year-old male. I can do what I want. Also, I haven't promoted the shirts. If you're a small person and you need shirts,
we have small shirts.
just hit me up. I'll give you some shirts.
Right?
I won't even sell them to you anymore.
Oh.
Just give them.
Oh, speaking of something, the contestception.
Oh, contestception. Send in some contest ideas. If we pick your contest, you win that little bitty contest for T-shirts and some stickers and a nice fanny pack. But if you win your own contest on your contestception,
Right.
you'll win tickets or something, maybe to an Iron Bowl or something special. Your favorite titty club, titty bar, I don't care. Wherever you want.
Hey.
You pick. Don't be a dick about it though. All right.
Right.
And until next week, ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cockeyed scooters, and ants, we'll see you. Peace.
We're out.